Felipe is with us today, and we are talking hake.
Talking hake?
Yeah, talking hake. We are talking about your piece, our piece, from
Our
a
piece.
very, very long time
How
ago.
long ago would that be?
I
97?
don't know, what does it say?
23 years ago?
22?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
3?
Oh, no, 24.
4.
Yes.
We can, we can count music much better than you.
It started all 24 years ago. And, well, this is the one version, the score, but we found, I mean, Julia had, thankfully, all these other versions, right? The ones I did back
The
then.
whole map of versions.
By hand.
The first draw, like, look, you remember what this is?
Well, our address.
We have here, like, the very first, like, you know, handwritten
Score. This is great.
score.
I'm
Like, and then you remember what this is?
I get the thrills from seeing it. I mean, I still write by hand, but everything was without computer back then.
It was so cool. And you remember what this is? Wait, this. You remember? Wait, just this here. We are gonna explain now.
I mean, you apparently you know it already. I have to think about it.
Of course you know, because it is about one.
The first fingers. Yeah, of course.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Sorry. So we were analyzing what was possible to play at a certain speed so that you would have time to shift and how to position the chords and the double stops. You remember?
Yes.
So anyway, those are the first drafts.
Yeah.
But actually, why did you write that piece? I can't remember that anymore. Because I forced you?
No, I really wanted to write a piece for you, I think. No, that was a simple
I don't know.
fact. I think, yeah. I think we listened to this music and you liked it also a lot, and I thought, oh, why don't I do something based on it? Could that be? Or am I making it up?
24 years ago. Well, Felipe and me, we lived together back then.
Okay, I can tell you one thing.
Okay.
It was, we were both students still, right? It was in a student time, and I was only since 94, so 3 years fresh in Rotterdam. And so I was writing, but still as a student, and I had a lot of, Heimweh.
You were nostalgic
about Mexico, so I did use a lot of Mexican influence of Mexican music on my pieces.
You don't anymore?
Maybe in a different way, but not in that way. Back then it was really, I mean, a little bit a la Bartok, not to compare myself to him, but just really using folk music and incorporating that into my work, right? Mm-hmm. And so I did a couple of different pieces with this.
Maybe it's interesting to say that we both studied at the Rotterdam's Conservatory.
Yeah.
From approximately 94 till I was done in Rotterdam 98.
99.
You're 99, yeah.
But I think you were the first person I met from the conservatory.
You were the first person I met in
right?
the conservatory. Yes. I just walked in that door and I was just like, why nobody knows who I am here? I just came freshly as not knowing, as a refugee from what back then was Yugoslavia still.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we met in our very first day at school.
Yeah, right.
Funny. So nevertheless, you implemented folk music.
Yes.
Mexican folk music. Maybe we can put it on and then we can enjoy hearing the original version.
Well, I just say something about the title first, because what I like to do, I mean, that's still something I work on with nowadays, is the forming. I like the formation. So having, it's even like in painting, like when you can really recognize something, but it's deformed and it's kind of altered. So I wanted to make a deformation of this piece, of the original. And so I did that in the title as well. The original title is Deja que salga la luna.
Which means?
Let the moon come out, right?
Right.
And but I cut it a little bit, so it's the same phrase, but the spaces are in different places, and then you get the jaque, sal, gala, y luna. Which jaque is maybe related to chess, salt, gala, and moon. Still, that word is the only one that really stays the same. So let's hear it.
No? Yeah, let's go.
This is made by this is a very famous song by one of them. Mexico had the golden era of cinema in the 50s, and this was one of the main characters. He was a very good actor, but also very good looking, and also a very good singer, actually.
Pedro Infante.
Pedro Infante. I haven't heard it in English. So. Yeah, so there we go. It was clearly a very, a romantic song, of course.
Why are you so attracted to distortions? Because that's not the only piece you use that method.
No.
You are actually not composing, you are decomposing a piece.
Well, I've always been attracted to, for example, the impact of not per se the movement of surrealism, but what it's about. That you put something in a context where it doesn't belong, and then it's this like strange magic realism, which is very common in Latin America. No, that's some things that don't belong to each other are very often right there, and it's everyday's life. You have big contrast, and I mean, it's not only from Latin America. I think it's the whole world, but I think that's.
But it's something very cherished there and looked as an aspect of beauty, or.
No, I don't. No. It's a reality. It's a reality, and some people give. Sometimes you don't even realize it. You see it so much that it's. You don't even see it, but if you take a step back and see it, then you can realize how absurd things can be, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of. That's why I find that a kind of a deformation of a reality, you know? Although it's real because it's happening. But so for me, deformation has also this context of changing a reality.
When we spoke about this CD, one of the first times I think, and I presented to you the idea and the context, then you mentioned that we should maybe make a new version.
Yeah.
And with some added electronic under it.
Yeah.
But you also started then speaking about like because it was, I think, something like a half a year ago, and a couple of months more, and hopefully we are out of this biggest corona crisis impact. So when we spoke about that, we were really in the middle of it, and then you said that it's very interesting because the decomposing of a very romantic piece in a song, you see very much as a parallel to what is happening maybe to people nowadays, like also on a level of couple or in society, and how friends are like afraid to come close to each other, and that had. I mean, this kind of rang the association of like describing the current situation of an emotional distortion.
Well, it's challenging our emotions these times, right? I mean, our passion, our closeness, our physical connections. So it's also been a challenge that people have to stay at home and for longer periods than usually. So. I think it has, like you say, different impacts. So in a way, I mean, why did I want to decompose or deform a romantic song? That's also interesting.
I would like to know that.
She still doesn't know after all these years. And you played it this many times, and only now you ask yourself, well, actually, why? Well, but I mean. Because the song is already there, and then I did want to use it as a point of inspiration, but I wanted to do something translated into my own language or my own interpretation of maybe it's also so much over the top. It's quite over the top, and it's beautiful.
The song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's over the top. It's just a beautiful.
No, yeah, okay.
Mexican song. I mean, maybe Mexico is altogether over the top in a certain way.
Yeah, true. So I was because I have to say something. I have a problem often with ballads. I usually don't like ballads in general, like maybe more in other kinds of music. Depends. It has to be a very good one, because when it becomes really too cheesy, I get like But when it's good ones, good ballads, then I romantic slow songs. Pop music and
super cheesy always.
Yeah.
Even the Metallica has cheesy ballads, and that's why.
I mean, we used to like
them.
these Scorpions, right?
Of course.
I mean, that one's because it's a good one.
Time after time. You win back my love again.
Exactly. So.
And I'll be there. So you see, I mean, cheesy as hell.
True. But for some reason, it's only a few I really like, and other times I get like allergies from them.
So why do you like them? Is it maybe because of the context that you heard them for the first time, or you use them for emotional charging, or?
I don't know. I mean, I have it less with folk music. I don't mind those ballads. I have a more problem with pop music or rock music, or because if it's jazz, also I find it fine. Like if it's Billie Holiday, then of course it's perfect.
How did we go away from? Distortion. You were talking that you had always problem with balance, which reading
With
is
ballads.
ballads. Yeah. So then, like, we wanted to take this, what you would call ballad, and transform it into a real piece of music, into real art. That was your goal.
I remember that what I wanted is if you hear it to the written piece, if you could, if especially people who would know the music, if they could still sense the DNA of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I was curious if there would be a subliminal part of the passion is still there, you know.
I think it is.
Yeah. I also have a excerpt where I put one against the other, right? The original against my version.
To see how
One against the other.
recognizable or not
Yeah.
recognizable it would be.
Here it goes.
Let's listen.
Is it on? I hope so.
Yo sé que no en el mundo, amor como el mío. Yo sé que mucho combate, no sé. Yo sé que mar, que no hay amor en los segundos, que no hay en el, yo sé que no hay en el amor, que no hay amor en verdad.
Freaky, right? I mean, it's nice like that together. So this is why we were thinking, oh, maybe a version with not only your playing, but a bit of the original song as well would be interesting.
But that would be a totally new piece.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Revamped.
yeah, nothing bad about that.
No,
Why not?
I mean, new piece, like the Hake 2.0.
Aren't those times not finished?
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
aren't we like 11.0 already since the concept was created?
But I like the idea of revising a piece from an older piece and
Yes, because the problem, I guess, as a composer, I mean, we are as players, we can always like practice the piece and be on a technical level where we haven't been before. Because if I hear myself playing this from, when was it, 99 or
yeah.
23 years ago?
Two.
I mean, I'm impressed, but in the same time, I know that when I take your piece now and I work on it, I think to myself, oh my God, this used to be like so difficult. And now I'm so happy that I can just, with pleasure, like create more than the first time. I only hoped to play all the notes on time and like, of course, do something with it, but in a version of your technical abilities. So, but I guess for you composers, it's like the piece is finished and that's totally finished. So
yeah, I don't want to say that it sounds dated because I think it's a nice piece in its own right. But I do, as a composer, I do feel a bit more free nowadays than back then.
But that's what I mean. I mean, you grow and
Yeah.
in your process of composing, and then you hear your piece from before, and you say, "Oh, you could also do so much more with it, or differently, or."
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of it, and also you have the freedom to do it. Why not?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will do it.
I think it's
We might do it.
we might do it. We have to check it if it works, and I think it's the sky's the limit. No, I mean,
Sky has no limits.
That's what it means.
Oh, that's what it means. No, but okay, I think we presented to you the kind of most important guidelines through the Hakesao Gala Luna, and we scratched the surface, and maybe if the new version is coming, maybe we are gonna be presenting also as we go the new material and the new developments. And maybe it just stays on being hake
As it is. Yeah.
as it is. Who knows? Follow us. And we are gonna wrap it up now.
Okay.
And that was it. That was our hake talks with Felipe Waller and me. And see you next time. Enjoy wherever you are. As usually. Subscribe, like, is it there or there? And see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.